Alright, so I got another battle on the RU ladder with the team I used, I believe, a little while ago. It seems all over the place. Actually, no, it wasn't a little while ago. The team that I used a little while ago was inspired from this team. The team, it was the other team was a joke. This team was a bit more serious. To be honest, so this team's all over the place. Has a Scrafty, and it really shouldn't because it's got like three things weak to flying. I don't know. This team's like all over the place, honestly. But like Scrafty's just so broken that I'm like, hey, throw Scrafty on the team, right? Right. So anyway, I threw Scrafty on. It didn't really do anything this game. I actually got really bad luck with the Shed Skin, but it turns out to not really matter. But anyway, hopping into the RU ladder, I get a battle against this team, and at the back of my mind, I'm like, I wonder if this is Trick Room because saw the Camerupt, saw the Scavalier, saw the Rhyperior, and saw the Uxie. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is Trick Room, but he only has one Trick Room setter, so maybe it's not. It probably isn't. Maybe, no, it's probably not. Definitely not. So I expected it to not be Trick Room, and it turned out to be Trick Room, but yeah, and he's only got one Trick Room setter, so if you ever make a Trick Room team, you should probably have more than one Trick Room setter. I guess he just had it as like a back thought as Trick Room. Of course, the problem with that is you get outsped by everything and beaten by a lot. So basically, Zangoose. The only reason that like people think it's not broken in NU is like it's slow. Apparently, I mean base 90 speed is like that's really slow. Am I right? But anyway, so Zangoose is apparently slow, but against Trick Room, it outspeeds everything, and it 2-hit KOs everything in this on this team. So really cool. Zangoose basically just wins this game. So quite fun. I make a few pretty good plays. Whether or not the game was good, I think it was interesting. First of all, just to see that Zangoose is ridiculous. But second of all, just to see a few good plays I made. So anyway, I lead off with Eelektross, expecting Oopsie. Again, I didn't really think it was Trick Room at the moment. But anyway, I just knock off, and turns out he is indeed Trick Room. So that's perfectly fine. Elektross still is quite good as an option. He's just going to U-turn Uxie. Now, Uxie is low enough that pretty sure can die to almost anything. Now, he brings in Camerupt, and the fact that I'm Assault Vest and can live, can live a hit makes me think he's not gonna overpredict and go for Earth Power. So I am able to bring Jellicent in right here on the Flamethrower, and I'm just gonna click Will-O-Wisp here on the Fire type because he's not staying in to die, and I'm able to catch the Elektross, which is quite nice. Now he's just gonna Volt Switch. I know this. We all know this. Like he's not gonna do anything else. So I actually bag on him just going for Volt Switch, and I'm able to recover all the damage that he's able to do with Volt Switch. Fortunately, he is able to bring his Trick Room setter right back in as it stops. So I'm just gonna burn off on Uxie as he sets up Trick Room. Now he's probably going to want to keep Uxie as again it's his only Trick Room setter. Even if it's just a back thought, Trick Room is very good against my team. So I just go for the Scald over the Hex, hoping to burn the Amoonguss. If you want to go back into the electric type, I'd at the very least deal damage. But I didn't burn it, which is that's fine. So I just go into Amoonguss as he goes for the Spore, and I'm gonna double predicting the Camerupt, and I pull into Jellicent, and works out quite nicely. Go for Will-O-Wisp again here, hoping to catch the Amoonguss, but he does go into Elektross this time. Now he is going to Thunderbolt this time, so I go into my Scrafty, which is max special defense because it's bulk up. Fortunately, he gets a crit, which just means he does, a decent amount more damage. So I'm like, hey, can't I just bulk up and win the game? So I bulk up here, and of course I've seen the Spore, so I'm like, well, I might as well rest, at least so that I get off the damage and have guaranteed sleep turns as opposed to Spore not being guaranteed. So, but unfortunately, he actually has Clear Smog, so Scrafty's not able to sweep here. And like I said, I've got absolutely no luck with the Shed Skin, as you'll see, because I don't get it. Now, I don't really want him to get a free opportunity to set up with Uxie, and I mean, Eelektross can take Sludge Bombs. I just have to hope he doesn't, poison me. So I Flamethrower here. It does a lot, but he is able to Spore me. So that's actually quite a bad play on my part. Kind of messed up there. I saw Scrafty was asleep and forgot that, I clicked rest. So yeah, I'm actually bad at this game. But anyway, I switched into Zangoose here on the predicted switch into Uxie because, don't want him to set up the Trick Room. I want to get my Toxic Orb off, and he's That was probably his best switch in while I was asleep. So I just knock off, kill that thing. Now Rhyperior is one of the only things that can actually survive a one hit. Scavalier lives on like very little anyway, so I don't want to sack Zangoose because it just bodies his team. So pull into Amoonguss here, and I double into Medicham because he's going to go into a Scavalier, and I want to get damage onto that so that it can't live a hit. High jump kick does a lot. He lives and is able to kill me, but this is Scarf Medicham, so it doesn't matter. I just needed to get a good amount of damage on the Escavalier, which is exactly what I do. Now I don't close combat here because I'm actually bad at this game, but I just knock off. He can't recover anymore, so that's perfectly fine. Close combat would have been 2 KO, but whatever. That's all perfectly fine. Amoonguss is fine anyway because I'm faster and I'm an Amoonguss, so I double here again. I go into Scrafty hoping to get the Shed Skin, which unfortunately I don't get, and it's actually a bit of a shame because Escavalier is able to get a little bit of recovery off on me, and means, well, I'm able to survive a hit because Scrafty is, insane. I would have woken up this turn anyway, so it's not like Shed Skin did anything. So I just Drain Punch for very minimal damage. I could have knocked off, but maybe he would have missed Mega Horn. No, there wasn't. It didn't really matter because I'm bringing in Zangoose next, and I'm, killing something. So close combat takes out the Escavalier. I go for it like I should have gone the time before, but not that it matters. He brings in Amoonguss, but fun fact, Zangoose actually pretty much OHKOs Amoonguss with Facade because Zangoose is a monster. Zangoose is ridiculous. Look at this stupid thing. He brings in Rhyperior, and if he's max HP, max defense, which I highly doubt he is, he actually lives this hit on like 10%. So I'm not, risking Zangoose because it OHKOs everything on the team. So that's okay. So I get a Drain here because there's no sense over predicting when I've got the rest of my team. I can just sack things infinitely. I need Zangoose. I need Amoonguss. I don't need anything else because Zangoose OHKOs everything, and Amoonguss beats Rhyperior. It's all I need. And of course, I'm able to weaken down the Elektross, survive the hits, and of course I am Assault Vest. Now, he gets a crit. I'm able to get a decent amount of damage off with Giga. I'm pretty sure that's in Facade range now. Gets a crit with Ancient Power, which is a little bit annoying to say, but I'm not going to say that mattered because it doesn't matter. Because if he went for a Fire Blast, it would have killed anyway. And of course, as we know, the HPE, the Hidden Power mattered as well, that crit, because I would have survived some Assault Vest. Neither of them matter though, because Fire Blast would have killed, and neither of them mattered because I did not need Eelektross. I just needed to bring in Zangoose here and kill the Camerupt, because that's all I needed left to do. So yeah, Zangoose once again proving it's really good. The only reason it's not, the only reason some people think it's not broken is because it's outsped by things. So it's a very questionable speed tier that it reaches, but you put it against a Trick Room team as we saw right here, and it just pretty much OHKOs or 2-hit KOs everything on the field. So that's Zangoose. That's RU, not NU that it was, and yeah, it's a pretty ridiculous Pokemon.